Can I please just skip this one? It's not gonna be a video worthwhile because as far as my views on this go and the current situations that I'm dealing with, it's gonna be very pessimistic. So if you're gonna be watching this, don't get your hopes up too high on it's gonna be some kind of positive, uplifting message about love and relationships, because far from it. So, views on love and relationships. That is one of the reasons I've been so depressed lately. A lot of elements come into play in the reasons why I've been depressed. I don't want it. In the past, I've wanted love, I've wanted someone to be there for me, and it always seems to backfire. The last relationship I had didn't end well. It was not just their fault, it was my fault as well. But, you know, there's only so much you can take of being treated like you do everything wrong. I'm just so sick of being used, of being cheated on, of constantly jumping through hoops and trying to make someone happy, and it always backfires on me. Every relationship that I've been in, it never worked out, and for the most part, it always seems to be physical, and that's where the whole idea of being used comes in. Like, I don't want relationships anymore. I don't want love anymore. All I want is self-respect and respect from others. I'm not keen to being used. I don't take that very well. I always just seem to be disappointed in the end, and I'm tired of it. When you're battling your depression over something like this, it feels to me, if I had to give an example, like, you know, in the cartoon shows or like an animated movie or something like that, where a character is climbing a cliff, and it shows in the picture that they're struggling and they're making so much progress. They're trying their best to climb up this giant cliff, but the camera pans out, and then you see in reality that they only made it about a foot. So they got a long way to go. Progress had not really been made. And that's the situation that I feel that I'm in right now, is that I'm trying to climb this cliff of problems that I'm dealing with mostly in my mind, and I didn't really make it as far as I thought I would, but I'm still trying. I picked the wrong people. I always seem to pick the wrong people to get into relationships or anything with. And I always hurt myself in the end because of it. And that's why I'm so scared to get into another relationship. Because I refuse to be hurt anymore. I'm not gonna let myself be used by others. I'm not gonna let things like this pull me into the depression that I've been dealing with for months. I need to do things for myself. I'm so done with love. I wish I could put my thoughts into words on this. I'm just all over the fucking place. My viewpoints on love change from day to day, like in terms of how I feel about it and what I plan on doing about it. Like, one day I'm so dead set on fuck everything and I'm doing it for me, and then the next day I'm sad and I want it. And I'm just so torn between relationships. I want one, I really do, because I thrive. I'm at my best when I'm in a relationship. I learned recently that when it comes to how I do things, like the core of who I really am, I don't do things for myself. I always try to do things for others and rely on them to help me get what I need done. Like, having that mutual inspiration is what I thrive on, and I don't have that anymore, so what do? I'm just so tired of going out every single day and having to face all these people that are in relationships, seeing couples walk around at work, or if I'm going out to do something so mundane as running errands, going shopping or something like that, and I bump into all these couples and seeing like love firsthand and how great it can be and oh, they're so lucky, and I hate it. I honestly really hate seeing that. And it's even harder now because now I have to not only like see that, you think that I'd have an escape, just go home and I won't see it anymore, but now I have to go home and it still is thrown into my face because one of my roommates, who coincidentally is my ex, lives with me and he's now in a relationship with someone else, and I gotta sit there and I gotta watch them go through the process of being a couple, and they're in their honeymoon stage where they just won't leave each other alone. They're always together. And just having to like have that thrown at you, it hurts. It really fucking hurts. Because you don't have that anymore. The one place that you thought was an escape and you would be able to, take time to heal, and you can't even heal in your own safe space anymore. It's too much. Fuck. Such a fucking crybaby. God damn it. Promised I wouldn't cry anymore over shit like this. I'm so pathetic. It's so hard to put all my thoughts into words when it comes to this kind of topic. All I want right now is just to be left alone. Honestly, I don't want relationships. I don't want people around me. I need to do things for myself. Tell everyone else that is even remotely interested in me in relationships to go shove it up their ass. Go fuck yourself, because I'm building up my walls as high as I can this time around, and I'm not, for the life of me, letting anyone hurt me again. I refuse. I'm not going through that again. It just baffles me that, and maybe it's not the truth, maybe I'm just overthinking way too much into this, but it always seems to me that I'm so easily cast aside. Like, I'm not important enough to have people still care after a certain time set. Like, I'm always dropped in the end. Like, for Justin, it didn't take him long to move on. I don't even think he really cares. Past relationships, I was always picked over someone else because there's nothing special about me. There's nothing great about me. Why would anyone want to stay with a train wreck like me for too long and think it's an okay thing to do? I don't know. I'm so torn on all of this. I want one, but I don't want one. I want someone special, but at the same time, I don't want to get hurt, and I don't want anyone near me to be able to form that. If I had to answer this challenge question on, like, what's your view on love, right now, the most important love is self-love. And that's something I need to incorporate and start doing for myself, and not rely on other people to do it for me. It's really hard, because everyone always wants the feeling of being loved and having someone want them around, but it just seems to me that that's not the case for me, that no one really wants me around, so I gotta take the initiative to do that for myself. I want me around. And go from there. But for right now, no relationships, no anyone getting close to me anymore. I'm not going to let that happen again. I'm going to try and be strong and just live for myself, and hopefully one day someone will come along and I'll find them worthy enough to let my guard down again. But for right now, I don't see that happening. It's also so difficult too for me because as much as all the people that I've been with, how much they've hurt me, or it's not even like them doing it intentionally, but just the sole fact that they've hurt me, you'd think that I'd be able to, like, rationally I should be upset. Rationally I should hate them for the rest of my lives. I don't want anything to do with them anymore. And I have some days where I try to act like that. Like, I'm to my breaking point where, no, I'm done. I want nothing to do with you anymore. I'm not talking to you. I'm going to move on. But I just, every single time I do that, it only lasts for a few days. And then I fall back into this pit. And I can't stay mad at them. And I don't know what's wrong with me on that. I'm too sympathetic. And it's so frustrating sometimes. I shouldn't be. For someone that's wronged me so much, they don't deserve my sympathy, but I still give it to them anyway. I'm always going to care. I can't stop caring. I don't know. Those are my viewpoints. And I apologize that it's been very sad and depressing, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and make it to seem like love is this great thing and yay. No, not for, maybe years, many years. Let me emphasize that, many years, because I am not building my walls up this high to just let them fall down like months from now. No, they're lasting years. That'll change, but right now, no, not again. Those are my views, and I'm sorry.